Mimi, are you a longtime fan of the Waverly Place or not?
I am. I am. I have two little sisters, and they were obsessed with the show when it was on, so it became like our show to watch together. So it's really full circle to be doing this now.
Were you surprised that it came back, or did you say, oh, someday that thing's going to be back?
I mean, it's so beloved. It wasn't a surprise that they were doing a new series that's, a sequel. But I think the way in which David and Selena have been so intentional about how they're doing it is really what sets it apart from a lot of the other ones.
So how do they pick then a wife? Are there, standards they say, well, you've got to live up to this, you've got to be that, or what?
I mean, I went through a very traditional audition process. I sent in a tape. I did a chemistry read with David. So they got to see everyone at the network and all the writers and producers got to see us together. And yeah, I mean, they wrote this character to be because she is new. She could be anything they wanted. And so they've really given me a lot of great stuff to work with. And I just really enjoy playing her. She's a ton of fun.
How is it though, keeping up with the kids? Because that to me would be just death.
It's the best.
Oh,
No,
really?
they're
Okay.
amazing. They're amazing. These kids are so wise beyond their years. They're so funny. They're so talented. I don't have children of my own yet, so I joke with my husband all the time. This is like a good
This is a
training.
test,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly. But they're amazing. It's a joy to work with them. They keep me on my toes. And we have a blast. I mean, I think anytime, in other shows when I've had to have a family dynamic, you're always sort of working for that chemistry and that realistic bond and connection. And with us, it's just been so effortless. It's been really organic. It was something that kind of happened very quickly, and that comes from David, and he really is very intentional with the vibe on set and the culture being one that is joyful and fun, and the kids really respond to that. So I feel really blessed to be a part of it.
Well, when they started thinking about who are we bringing back, did they start dropping names? You go, oh yeah, get that one back. We want that one back. Or how did they figure that out? Is it just who's
Well,
available?
it's funny. I'm actually not privy to those conversations, but from what I've heard from David, they want to bring anybody back that they can, but they want to be intentional about it. So it isn't just like, sticking somebody in a scene. They want it to really serve the story. So we do have some little cameos, but you're gonna have to watch and find out. It's gonna be great.
And well, we know Selena's in it, but
Mhm.
is Selena in it more than once? Will we see her again? Or,
Well, you'll find out on October 29th on Disney Channel and October 30th on Disney
oh,
Plus.
we have to binge, right? Isn't that the way it goes? What was she like to work with? Did she fill you in on the lore of the show or anything about when they were doing it?
Yeah, it was really nice to hear. I mean, she's fantastic. And I was a little bit like, okay, this is Selena Gomez. I'm nervous, but she couldn't have been nicer or more welcoming or more generous. And in an hour I was like, oh, it's my friend Selena. It was great. Um, but she did. It was nice hearing her and David share stories about the original series and about filming and working together for so many years. It definitely brought a feeling of connection that I think expedited our feeling of connection in this series.
What does that say about child stars? I mean, did you get some sense of that, that they all don't have to have a tough story to come out of their experiences because both of them have had great careers and been doing things and didn't end when the show ended. But have you learned anything about child stars and what that's like?
Well, I think it's so valuable that David and Selena were child actors. And then now that they're working with child actors, nobody understands what it's like to be a kid on a set more than them. And so I think they're really able to be so supportive and such a source of guidance to our kids because they've walked in their shoes and they really are there for them in that way.
And I think that's the key to this is that if you treat the kids well, you will still see them. I think that's the goal, right?
And it's the culture of the set. I mean, it's a set of kindness from every crew member to every single person, the person doing crafty, the person doing lights. I mean, David and our creators and everyone at the network was very intentional about it being a place that was a kind environment. So
Did you ever
I'm
think,
proud to be part of that.
well, when you think of this now, maybe they'll have a Beyond maybe at some point, and I'll be coming back. I mean, do you ever think about what this could be?
I mean, that would be amazing. I hope we get to do this for a million years. It's the best job I've ever had.
And what is it like being a mom on TV? TV moms have a reputation. We've got to continue.
I feel so lucky because since David is the star of the original show and now he's playing a parent on this series, I really get so much to do. We've seen moms in other shows that come in and say, "How was school?" And then you never see them again for the rest of the episode.
Right.
And I feel so lucky that, the writers give us so much storyline that is about the adults because some of our original fans, the show's original fans are our parents now. And so there's something for them. We get in a little marital tiff and, people are watching that going, "Oh yeah, I had that fight with my husband last week." It's nice. It's obviously very focused on the kids and the lessons they're learning and their experience and the teamwork and friendship and all of those themes that we hold so dear. But it's also really nice that as the mom, I also get to have a career on the show. I'm an investigative journalist, and
Thank
they
you.
really show us as a couple. So it's really nice.
And it has two levels, really. There's a level for the kids who are watching, and then there's a level for the parents who are coming back to watch.
A 100%. And it's very I mean, that's a really hard mark to hit, right? To have a show that you can genuinely watch with your whole family, and there is something for everyone. And our writers do a fabulous job of doing that because, David's original fans, some of them are 30, and so they'll want to watch him be a parent and be an adult with a career. And then for the kids, there's magic and comedy for everyone. So it really is impressive how they balance it. I think it's a tough one and they do it so well.
So, what's David like as a TV husband?
He's the best. He's the best. And it's so nice. I'm married and David's married. I love his wife. He loves my husband. We double date. It's truly a joy. We have a lot of fun. And as far as being an actor, he's so funny and so at home and who Justin Russo is that it really gave me a lot of freedom to create, how our to be able to participate in our dynamic in a really creative way and to be like, who is Giada? I'm getting these amazing jokes on the page. How do I bring her to life in a way that really serves Justin's character and also really gives them genuine connection? We wanted this to feel like a real marriage.
Well, make it work. I'm counting on you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.